Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have some really exciting news to share with you guys. As you can tell from the title of this video, we are pregnant. We are super duper excited to be expecting our very first child this August. Child, this first trimester has been a struggle for me, and it explains why I've kind of been MIA both here on YouTube and on social media, period. So I kind of just want to go into detail about kind of how we found out we were pregnant, some of the early symptoms that I had experienced, and how this whole first trimester has been going for us. So about 11 to 13 days-ish post ovulation is when we first took our pregnancy test. During those days, some of the early symptoms that I had been feeling were what later I found out were implantation cramping. On Christmas Day, actually, I had been feeling like a dull, like kind of cramp / pain in my lower abdomen area, as well as my back. It was like I could just feel like, it was kind of like a pulling feeling down in my stomach. I don't know how to describe it, but when I had looked up the symptoms and just trying to see like what exactly it was, I feel like it was implantation cramping. So I had been feeling that like all day Christmas Day. That was December the 25th, and my predicted day of ovulation was December the 15th, I believe. So that was about 10 days post ovulation. So I was feeling that, and the second like super noticeable symptom was just how emotional I was. Me and my husband had actually gotten into like a little argument on Christmas Day, and it was really minor, but I was boo-hoo crying, and that is just completely off the wall for me. I am not an emotional person. I don't just bust out crying over like little simple stuff. So I was like, okay, something is going on. So the very next day, on the 26th, I took a pregnancy test, one of the little HCG like strips, and I'm gonna put the link below. I bought a packet of ovulation test strips, as well as, and it came with like 10 free pregnancy tests. I bought them from Amazon because when we were actually actively trying, I was using the ovulation test strips. It's just like a little strip that you pee on, and it gives you like lines to tell you if you are ovulating or if you're not. And I used that, I used those on my predicted days of ovulation, and was able to see what day I was actually ovulating so that we could, actively try. So those really work. I definitely recommend those. I'll leave those below. And I also used the Flow app on my iPhone. I track my periods in there. I've been tracking it for like the past year. And so my periods were pretty much consistent. They were always able to predict when my period was coming, how long it would last, and what my days of ovulation was. So on top of using the app, as well as using those ovulation test strips, those were kind of what our conception plan was. So going back, like I said, I was feeling that implantation cramping on Christmas Day, and then I was super duper emotional. So the very next day, I took one of the pregnancy tests that came in the ovulation test strip package, and it was a line. It was one really distinct line, of course, and then there was a very faint line. So I was like, okay, I don't know how to take this, so I'm gonna just, chill and take another test later. So I ended up, 2 days later, I took another test, and that was 13 days post ovulation. And it was a line again, but the second line was still faint, but it was a little bit more distinct. It was a little bit more distinct than the one that I had taken 2 days before. So I called my husband, and I had him go to CVS and pick up one of those first responders pregnancy test kits or whatever. So he brought that home, and I took the very first test. And he had to run out and run an errand. So I like literally just peed on the stick and left it in the bathroom. And I was like, when you get home, we'll check it. So we checked it together, and I had 2 lines on there as a positive test. And the first response kits come with 2 tests. So I ended up taking the second one, which was a digital one. And that one had a big fat yes on it. So we were super excited. We kind of celebrated in the moment with ourselves. And then we began calling family. The only people we told right off the bat was our parents and our siblings. So we let them know. Everybody was excited. Like I said, this was super fresh. So I didn't even know how many weeks or anything like that. I was, like I said, I don't even think I was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks at that time. So I was super early. You know, that was during the whole holiday time. So after the new year, I found a OB in my area and contacted them about coming in to like do a confirmation test and having my first appointment. I don't know if this is like common, but the people that I called was like, oh, we usually don't see any people until about 6 weeks. So we'll have you come in around your 6-week mark. I told them like the last day of my period, and they scheduled me for my 6-week appointment. So I was smooth sailing. I wasn't feeling anything. I was fine. I was just good to go. So I went in for my 6-week appointment, and I just did a urine test. They confirmed that I was pregnant, gave me, you know, like a whole bunch of brochures and stuff like that, welcomed me to the practice, and then scheduled me for some more appointments. So after that appointment, because I was telling them, you know, I was like, I was fine. I feel fine. I'm normal. I don't feel any different. I'm good to go. Spoke too soon. Literally right after that appointment, the nausea began. And a lot of people say it's morning sickness. I was feeling it in the morning, but y'all, I was feeling it all day long, and it would just come randomly in spurts. I would just feel sick to my stomach. And I had not thrown up yet. I haven't had to throw up. It hasn't been that bad. It's very, like, I would say mild nausea, but because it was so, like, you know, throughout the day, it just wouldn't go away. I was just like, you know, feeling so sick all day. It just really took a toll on me. What kind of helped for me was ginger ale. I drank a lot of ginger ale, ginger tea, and in the mornings, before I would get up, I would like just snack on like some saltine crackers with my ginger ale right before I got up, to kind of help, you know, soothe everything before I got up and went about my day. Also, my sister-in-law got me these C-bands. I think she got them from Amazon, and so there are 2 of them, and I put these on my wrist, and they would definitely help. At first, it was kind of just helping to calm down the nausea. I was still having it every now and then, but it wasn't as like intense. But then I found that, you know, with the combination of wearing these bands as well as eating more frequently, like smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day, and just keeping something on my stomach definitely helped. So I was kind of like making sure to, like, I was eating something like every 2 hours pretty much, just so I can have something on my stomach, and the nausea wouldn't be so bad. Because I found that when I wasn't eating, I would feel it the most. So that definitely helped me. And just tired. Like, I naturally like to sleep a lot. I have no problem laying down and taking a nap at any point, at any time of the day. But it wasn't like something that I had to do every single day. But now, y'all, like, my husband gets up to go to the gym like 4:30 every morning. So he naturally goes to bed like earlier. Like, we try to be in the bed by like 9:30. I get in the bed with him, I go to sleep with him, and I sleep until like 7. So 9:30 to 7 every morning or every night is just, that's a lot of sleep. Now I do wake up when he does, because I have had some kind of like spurts of insomnia where I just like get up in the middle of the night and I just can't go back to sleep. I do experience that kind of frequently. I'm usually up like every morning-ish. Not every morning, but most mornings from like around 3:30 to 5:30-ish. So I do experience sometimes where I just wake up and I can't go back to sleep. And that might be because I'm getting so much sleep. I don't know. But so some spurts of insomnia here and there. And the other thing is, like, when I get up with him, or like if when I get up in the middle of the night, like, I'm hungry. So I usually just try to snack on like some saltine crackers or something, because my stomach be growling. I'm like, if I don't eat, then I'm about to feel nauseous. So, you know, going back and forth with that can be a lot. What else? I gotta pee all the time. All the freaking time. Like, literally, I drink a lot of water. I'm in the bathroom like I don't even know how frequent, y'all, but I just feel like, of course, like, I have to go to the bathroom a lot more. So those have really been my only like symptoms in this first trimester. Again, it's just been rough because the nausea, I didn't really know what to expect. And like I said, it would be different if it was just morning sickness, but it's not. It's all day sickness. And I guess that's pretty much it. As far as like cravings and things like that, I haven't really experienced any cravings. I just like to eat. I have not really held back when it comes to eating. I kind of just eat what I want, and I definitely need to be more conscious of that because I don't want to gain more weight than I have to. So I'm gonna get better with that, but I haven't had any serious cravings just yet. And other than that, like, everything's going, pretty smoothly. We did have an ultrasound about 2-3 weeks ago, and the baby was measuring a little over a week ahead than what they had predicted. So our original due date was September 9th, and now we are pushed back to August the 30th. So I am 12 weeks, and we're really excited. Like I said, this is the first child for the both of us. This is the first grandchild for my parents. So, this baby is about to be spoiled rotten. Our siblings are really excited because this is their for some of them, it's their first niece or nephew. So they're just ready to go overboard with them. What else was I about to say? We don't have a preference as far as gender. I think that's kind of how it is for most people with their first child. They just want whatever. So I am fine with whatever. We're working on names for both. I feel in my body, I feel like it's a girl. I do. But I guess I'll kind of see if that changes as time goes by. Because like I said, we're still really early, 12 weeks. So we did have a doctor's appointment today. They did some blood work, as you can see, did some more urine tests, and just went through family history and things like that. We won't be able to find out the gender until 20 weeks, but we've kind of been thinking about doing some, they offer genetic testing and stuff. So if one of the tests that if we decide to do, then they can get the gender early for us. So we're kind of, we're thinking about that, but I'm really not pressed to find out, I'm not pressed, especially if it costs us money. It's whatever. It's a 50-50 chance of what it's going to be. So if we have to wait until 20 weeks, we wait until 20 weeks. As far as anything else, I am open to all the mommy advice you guys can give, any tips or tricks. We'll probably, I know it's super early, but we'll probably just start going around and starting our registry. And my thing is, I don't want to get a whole bunch of stuff that we don't need. So if you have any things to share with me, things that everybody said you had to have and you got it and you never even really use it, that's definitely some advice that I would love to hear. Some things that you absolutely have to have. These are, what are your must-haves for your babies? Best stroller ideas, best car seat ideas, best swing ideas, all of that, anything. And as well as some of what I'm going to be feeling over the next 6 months, things that can help me. I did get some belly butter. I've kind of been applying that to my stomach, but what else do I need, y'all? I tried talking to my mom, but she had me 30 years ago. So things have definitely changed. And she had my little brother 20 years ago. So things have changed in those 2 decades. I'm the first one out of my friend group to have a child. So I'm kind of just hey, where can I get some help, some advice from people who have kind of had babies recently. I just love to hear you guys' advice. Like I said, we're really excited. Bear with me as far as videos. I don't even really know what y'all want to see, but I'm really starting to regain my energy. I'm feeling a lot better now, so I feel like I'll have have better energy to get on here and do some more videos. I did these passion twists in my hair yesterday because I was just so tired of my hair, y'all. I followed the rubber band method, as you can probably tell. I didn't do the best job, but I got the job done, just to put my hair away for a little while. And I can link the video down below that I followed. So yeah, that's what's been up with me, y'all. That's kind of the reason why I've been MIA. If you guys want me to come on and do like update videos every, you know, trimester or a couple months of how I've been feeling, some of the symptoms, or, you know, what's been changing with my body, I can definitely do that if that's something you guys want to see. And once the baby gets here, of course, I definitely want to kind of incorporate more like lifestyle content, stuff with my baby, baby updates, all that stuff. Cause, whew, child, I'm just not. I just know like my whole life is about to change. So I'm just trying to embrace it and just go with the flow. So thank you all for watching. Like I said, leave any comments, suggestions, advice, whatever, when it comes to baby products, anything really. Help your girl out because I need it. I will catch you all on my next video. Bye guys.